Hello, I'm Peter Brackley, and for this evening's game I have Trevor Brooking with me for his own inimitable analysis. Trevor.
Thanks, Peter. There's a lot riding on the outcome of tonight, and every man out there is going to give his all. The rest ready? Let's go.
In name, it's only an exhibition match, but I don't think the players will be in that mindset. I'm sure they'll be going out for the win here today. We're off here, and hopefully we'll see a game full of pace, goals and competitive football. Both teams will be aiming to keep it tight in the early stages. Careless pass picked off. Alberto. Play surges forward. And Nuno Valente. Pedro Mendes. Will he put it away? The defence will have to be on its toes with this throw. And Nuno Valente. The defence has done well so far. Nuno Valente. Manish. We're waiting for the first goal, and a good cross here could set one up. Good overlap by the defender. In the penalty area. And he's gone for goal.
Safely stopped by the keeper.
Bernardi. Don't give it away there. Bernardi. Bad challenge there, free kick given. Here's Evra. Alberto. And Deco. 15 minutes into the first half. The assistant referee had his flag up, not too happy there about the decision, but it is a free kick. Pedro Mendes. Looking around for support. Paulo Ferreira. Deco. A solid clearance snuffs out the danger. Plays it back to the keeper. Keeps the ball in a very promising position.
He has to look before he plays the ball.
They can swing it in from the right wing. To the target in the middle. They want another as they keep the pressure on. Who's waiting in the middle? And Julie. Morientes. Zikos. Groten. Zikos. Foul there, free kick given. Now the defender read it well. Here's Deco. They win possession. Almost 30 minutes gone. Groten. To the man in space. Manish. Got the all-important touch. Here's Evra. Roten. Renardi. Was he fouled? No, says the ref. They're still on the attack here. Free kick conceded in a promising position here. And it's their first of the game. It's only a minor injury, but the manager doesn't want to risk him. In comes the cross. Another chance. Perhaps he couldn't control it, but it's wide of the left post.
I think he knew what he was doing, but just couldn't pull it off.
Here's J.B.P.I.E. Evra. Roten. He has to do better than that. Here's Julie. Zikos. Went in and won the ball too.
A perfect ball.
What will he do from here? Booted to safety. Sturdy defence here. Cut it out nicely. Ball one, good defending there. Two additional minutes being shown on the board. Possession gained there. Holds on to the ball. Challenge was poor, foul call. Edouard Cissé and Julie. Plazil. The first 45 minutes is over and the teams head off towards the dressing rooms here. So Trevor, what did you think of the first half?
Well, I'd say it's been a terrific game so far. Very exciting. Enjoyable stuff.
No goals then, it's 0-0 and everything to play for in the second 45 minutes. The second half kicks off. Everyone hoping here for an enjoyable 45 minutes.
They've switched sides for the second half.
Extremely important interception there. Julie. Ball held on to there. Keep possession.
It's knocked back to the keeper.
The ball still with them here. Here's Julie. Morientes. Dealt with the threat well. And Paulo Ferreira. Deco had the ball now. On the ball here.
It's a clever move to intercept that ball.
Ball given away. Rotten. Poor pass picked off there. Keep possession. He's carried the ball forward. Nuno Valente. Ricardo Carvalho. Costinha. They win possession. And he takes the return. Ball won. Good defending there. 15 minutes into the second half. Morientes. Well found there. And he belts it. They're in a good position down the left. It's low. Finds himself in the box.
Cut it up nicely.
Costinha. Here's Paulo Ferreira.
It's a good cross. They look unbeatable.
Impressive defending. Alberto. Costinha. Alberto. Poor ball picked off. Rotten. Who's going to get on the end of that? Alberto. Poorly timed challenge. Looks like he's in some pain here. He might need some repairs. It's intended for the target in the middle. Brought an end to the attack. Here's Paulo Ferreira. Gets it. Now it's a goal kick. Stay on the ball there. Still going, real chance here. Costinha. There goes the whistle. I have to say it was pretty late too by the ref. And one that hasn't pleased the crowd, that's for sure. Clasil. Edouard Cisse. Rodriguez. Julie. Zikos. Really stopped in his tracks there. Great control. Ball held on to there. Does well to keep the ball. Manish. Trouble for the defence from the left. Morientes. Grotin. Plazil. On the ball here. Looking around for support. Morientes. Here's Julie. Edouard Cissé. Possession lost there. The game ends all square, no winner. So now we go into extra time, and it really is anybody's guess, you know, as to who can come up with a winner here. It's that tight. Well, Trevor, no goals so far.
Well, neither side seems to want to win this one. Surely someone wants to break the deadlock.
So here we go into the first half of extra time. The draw seemed to be on the cards long before the 90 minutes were up, Trevor. Extra time looked inevitable.
Yes, there's not a lot to choose between these two teams.
No, it doesn't pick out his man. Benny McCarthy. Fine through ball down the middle.
Could this be a chance?
Oh, that must have saved the top of the bar. Zikos. Rotten. Top quality close control. Making good progress down the left wing now.
Well, the defender blocked it out well there. He wasn't going to let the cross past it. Corner kick.
They'll battle for this in the middle. Oh, it's a volley.
Another shot blocked by the keeper.
They must be wondering what they have to do to beat this goalkeeper today. Here's Nuno Valente. Paulo Ferreira. Given away a free kick in a dangerous area. It could be costly. Nuno Valente. Stopped illegally. Pedro Mendes. The ball's out. Goal kick.
A solid defensive play there, cutting out that pass and clearing it well.
Oh, was he brought down illegally then? No, referee says play on. Went in and won the ball too. Nothing could separate the two sides even after the first half of extra time. Will we see a winner in the second half? Still goalless at the end of the first period of extra time, Trevor.
You just get the feeling whoever makes the first mistake is going to suffer as a result.
The players must be close to exhaustion now as the second period of extra time gets underway. Defences have been on top so far in extra time. Zikos. Edouard Cissé. Great work to win the ball. Intercepts, can he find the gap? On the attack here. This is their last committed substitution here. Comes off the field to be replaced, and in fairness, he looks absolutely exhausted. Costinha. Pedro Mendes. He's carried the ball forward. Now he's got a chance to whip it across from the right. Placid. And Adebayo. He needs to deliver a good ball in. It's a decent ball in. They're trying another cross. Not the man there, surely. Yep, free kick is given. Morientes. The keeper has to deal with it. Here's Julie. Zikos. To the man in space. Well, great defending there. Nothing could separate the two sides after extra time. So the game goes into a penalty shootout now, where I think Lady Luck can play a major part. No goals yet, Trevor, but you can't say it's been a boring game in any way.
Oh, definitely not, Peter. It's been hugely entertaining. A couple of goals wouldn't go amiss, though.
With the teams tied, the match will now be settled by a penalty shootout. Both keepers will be mentally steeling themselves here, but with penalty shootouts, the real pressure is on the penalty takers. Struck with authority. Too close to the keeper.
If you do that and the keeper doesn't move, you end up looking a bit stupid.
The keeper's gone the wrong way. They trail by 2. He's hit the post.
The post has saved the keeper there.
The captain is to take charge of this one. Yes, he made it.
Tremendous tension building up here.
It's in, and the supporters are on their feet.
The keeper never had a chance, but the post has saved him.
This penalty to win. The keeper read it perfectly.
It looked like the keeper already knew which way it would be going.
If he misses, they are out. It's in, they're still in the game. He can make himself a hero here. That's it! Marvellous! He's hit the winner. That's decided the game. They've won the game on penalties. It was a pretty even contest, wasn't it, really? I mean, all the way to the penalty shootout.
Oh yes, it was a great battle, end-to-end stuff.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me, Peter Brackley, to thank Trevor Brooking beside me.
You're welcome, Peter. What an evening of football it's been.
And we look forward to seeing you at the next game. Good night.